Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, good morning, bonjour. Good morning. It's Ken at 10. Did you enjoy the football? How could you not? How fantastic was that? Can you believe it's 4-0 and we're in the semis? I can't. In my lifetime, I can't remember football being so good. So very excited for Wednesday. Hope you're doing well today. If you haven't been here before, welcome. This is Ken at 10. We are James Alexander Estate Agents. We broadcast daily from our offices in Norbury, which is in southwest London, SW16, smack bang between Streatham to the north and Croydon to the south. We talk about all things property. A few things this week on the agenda. The first thing is the stamp duty holiday now at last is over. And looking at the numbers, it's quite ironic that the 15,000 saving, on average, property prices have risen during the period of the stamp duty holiday by 29,500. So virtually double the stamp duty holiday. So it hasn't really helped people financially in those terms, but it has helped people to get on the ladder. It has kick-started the market. And I know a lot of people think that it's a kick it didn't need. And looking at the international figures worldwide, that's probably true. But still, hasn't it given us a head start on the pandemic release and everything starting to get back to normal? I think so. So I still think it was a positive thing to do and the right thing to do. Few things in the news today. Building Safety Bill strengthens home buyers' rights. And this is one in the Telegraph, reporting that the Building Safety Bill, which is due to be published, will give home owners up to 15 years to sue builders for shoddy workmanship or the installation of unsafe materials, more than doubling the 6-year term. For me, this sounds like a soundbite because it's not helping those with Grenfell style cladding. There's no extra support for those people out there. And it just seems to me they're saying in future, if somebody put combustible cladding on a building, well, then we'd have time for redress. And the reality is it's not going to happen in the future because the building regs already state that it can't. So I think it's just a soundbite. Another interesting one today from John Lewis. John Lewis retailer is building over 10,000 homes in the next decade as part of a recovery strategy based on it becoming a residential landlord. You know, never knowingly under rented comes to mind, doesn't it? The company has already identified space for 7,000 rental homes across its portfolio. Could become one of the largest buy-to-let companies in the UK. Very interesting, that. And then Reading has installed the first pods for homeless people. A 2 million project to accommodate rough sleepers in Reading in pod homes has begun with the arrival of the first units. They measure 7.8 metres by 3 metres. That's 26 feet by 10 feet for those who like old money like me. And they include a small bathroom and kitchen facilities. Reading Borough Council said over 40 innovative pods will be installed for people who would be in less appropriate accommodation. So it's good news for homeless people. And I hope it's the start of something much better for the homeless across London. I hope, we start to install these pods right across the UK. And prime London sales buoyed by stamp duty rush. And this is just saying that prime central London housing activity reached a record high in June as the easing of restrictions drew people back to the capital. Knight Frank says the number of offers agreed was 86% higher than the 5-year average as confidence in the market was boosted. Prices in sought-after London suburbs soared 3.1% in the year to June, the agency said, with Wimbledon the only part of the capital to report double-digit growth at 10.5%. Funny enough, I'm in Wimbledon this week for Homes Under the Hammer, so must be interesting that they're there and the price rises are there as well. Perhaps that's what investors are doing, though, is following their noses on where the money is. It's a fantastic development, actually. I can't tell you more about it until after we've done it. But yeah, that will be broadcast, no doubt, in the next month or two. And then is followed by Dulwich at 7.5% and Richmond at 6.8%. If you look at the rest of the UK, of course, these figures are still lagging well behind the rest of the country. And that is because of the exodus out of London. And there's lots of talk now about encouraging people back into the cities, about lockdown being released, as you know, and many people going back to their normal, inverted commas, working week. Will it be the same? Will it be different? The Zoom nation is here. Is it here to stay? Those are questions on a lot of people's lips. And I think London will start to open up again. Will it be the same? I'm not sure. I think it will take time to recover. But we are already starting to see, certainly from the traffic where we are in the London suburbs, that most of the London suburbs seem to be open and ready for business in most things. So it'd be really interesting to see how that rolls out over the next few weeks. Apart from that, valuations are strong. We're getting lots of valuations through, and things seem to be as usual so far. And we were wondering whether we'd get any acrimonious fall throughs from the pandemic and the stamp duty deadline, but it seems that most of the ones, certainly all the ones we had apart from one, has made it. to that deadline. So well done you if you managed to get there, and commiserations if you didn't. But we think that maybe there might be some property coming back to market in July for that reason, where people think, well, you know, now this has happened, I'm going to blame my purchaser, or I'm going to blame my vendor, or my buyer, my seller, and perhaps now is the time to remarket. So it'd be interesting to see what happens to levels of property over the next few weeks. Really interested to see how that goes. So that's it from Ken at 10 today. Hope you're all safe and well. Have a fantastic day. I'll be back same time tomorrow.